Good morning, students. This is Joy Varghese from Uncovering Chemistry. Today, in video 3 of chapter what we say, that is aldehyde ketones and carboxylic acid, we are going to discuss about nomenclature part. Now, nomenclature, what is the meaning of the word nomenclature? Means in a simple word we can say naming, right? Naming. Now, nomenclature can be divided into two types, what we say. One is what we call it as common name, and another is IUPAC name. IUPAC name. Understood? So when we talk about common name, there is no rules for common name, what we say actually. So they are also called tribal names. Also means from the source. Clear? From the source, wherever they are being found out, that the source name can be given. Any particular person name can also be given. Means there are no rules for writing common name or tribal names. But in IUPAC there are certain rules which are provided by that body. That is IUPAC means in the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Understood this part? So there are two types of name. Common name are generally written in brackets when we specify two names. If we are giving IUPAC and common names are written in bracket, what we call. Understood? So first, today in explanation we are going to discuss about common name first, and then we will discuss about the IUPAC name. Okay, so we will start with this part first. Common names we are going to discuss, and nomenclature means what? Naming, what we call. Okay, so when we talk about common names, we talk about common names. Common name, I said already, there are no rules for writing common name. Clear? Understood? But they are specified in some terms, what we say. That is, what is the meaning of the terms, what we say. Suppose one example is given in common name when we say here. One thing it is, you can see, we can say that aldehydes are derived from carboxylic acid. From which acid? Carboxylic acid, what we say. Understood? Aldehydes are derived from carboxylic acid. So now suppose when we say here, if I write like this, that is CH3 CHO. So actually it is derived from what? What it is derived from? Derived from CH3COOH. Understood? So if I want to, this is now when we call it as, this is which acid? Ethanoic acid, or we can, common name is acetic acid. What we call it as? Acetic acid. This is, we call it as acetaldehyde. What is the word? Acetaldehyde. So now when I said here, that is this common name, that is aldehyde, is derived from what? Carboxylic acid, this name. So from this name IC is removed. IC acid is removed, and instead of that, that is, suppose if I want to write the name of this, that is CH3CHO. We know it is derived from what we call it as acetic acid. So from acetic acid, this part is removed, that is what we write? Acetic. So IC is removed, acid is removed, and what is added? The aldehyde. So like this common name is given, what we say. Understood? Means what is added instead of IC? IC is being removed. IC is being removed, and there what is added? Aldehyde is added. What is added? Aldehyde. So this is the way how common name is written, what we say. Okay. Now same way when we say if any is indicated, means they are also, suppose if I write like this, is related to what? Common name. What is removed? IC is removed and aldehyde is being added. If you want, you can write it down. IC is removed and aldehyde word is added. So you can write it as an example, what we say. You can write down this as an example. Understood? These two things also you can write. This also you can write. That is, there are no rules for writing common names, what we say. Understood? And IC of that acid is replaced by aldehyde, what we say. Understood? One more example we will see, so that part will be clear. So in this case, suppose, okay, now in this case, suppose one another example you take, like this, suppose it is written like this, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2 and CHO, what we say. Understood? So we know here this one is the aldehyde functional group. Which functional group? Aldehyde functional group. Okay, this everyone know. This is the functional group, aldehyde, what we say. So in common name there is one another way also to specify it. That is when whichever carbon which is attached to the aldehyde group is given the Greek letter, that is alpha. The next to functional group carbon is given the Greek letter alpha. Next to that beta. Next to that gamma. And next to that theta, what we call. Understood? So this all things you can see. Two methods what we have seen. First is what? IC is removed and aldehyde is added in common name. Second method is what? Next to the functional group, that is the carbonyl carbon or the aldehyde carbon, the next carbon is written alpha, next to that is written beta, this and gamma and delta, what we say here. So these are all Greek letters. Which letters? These are all Greek letters. Understood or not? So that is given in your textbook. You can see Latin or Greek terms what we say we use here. So that is given on textbook in page 358. Understood? So two methods what we say, IC is removed and aldehyde is added. Second one is next to the functional group carbon alpha, beta, gamma and delta or theta what we call is being added. Now this one, no, this alpha, beta and all that naming when we do one table is given. So in that I will explain how that alpha, beta and all names are given. Okay. Now the next part what we say, the next one what is given in your book. That is, this was all about what? Common name. Now we are going to discuss about next one. We will discuss about the IUPAC name. Which name? Just a minute. IUPAC name. Okay. So IUPAC name, I think you must have studied in the lower classes, 10th and all. That is in IUPAC name what? From an alkane. From an alkane, what we say? Alkane or alkene. E is removed and what is added instead of E? Al. Al is for aldehyde. Understood? Al is for aldehyde. So like this, in this case you can see here simple alkane, E is removed and what is added? Al, aldehyde is added. Means what? Suppose if I write like this, CH3, CH2 and CHO like this. Understood? So in this case you have to always remember that in IUPAC name the carbonyl carbon or the aldehyde carbon, functional group carbon is always given number 1. One number it is given. It is given number 1. This is 2 and this is 3. So we know 3 carbon means it is propane. What is 3 carbon means? Propane. So out of propane what is removed? E is removed. So what will be the name of this compound? It will be propane. E is removed and plus Al means what we can write it as? Propanol. What we can write it as? Propanol is the IUPAC name what we say. Understood this part? So this was all about IUPAC name. Okay. Now certain examples I will give so that a part will be clear to you. So always remember in this case also how IUPAC names are given. IUPAC name aldehyde carbon is always given number 1 and next to that 2, 3, 4 like this you can keep on writing in aldehydes. I am talking about this all IUPAC common name in aldehydes. Clear? Now first we will discuss about all this aldehyde and all and then I will discuss about the ketone part. Okay, first we will discuss this aldehyde part. Okay. See. Now when we write, suppose few examples we will take so that this part will be clear for common name. Suppose if it is written like this HCHO, we know. So what is the common name for that? Common name, I told you in common name. Now this is derived from HCOOH. That is, this is which acid? Formic acid. Now from formic acid, IC acid is removed and what is added? Aldehyde. So it will be what? Formaldehyde. Understood? So this is common name for this. Now same thing, if I want to write IUPAC name, then how IUPAC name? Only one carbon is there. one carbon. So it is written methane, and from methane E is removed, and what we write it as methanol, like this. Understood? Now same way another example, if I write here CH3CHO, right? So this is derived from which acid? So we know it is derived from acetic acid. Which acid? Acetic acid, right? So from this IC acid I will remove. So what it will be? It will be acetaldehyde. Understood this part? Same way, now suppose if I want to number it, this is 1, aldehyde carbon is always given number 1, this is 2, 2 means ethane, so it will be what? Ethane, from ethane, E is being removed and Al added, so this is the name ethanol, what we say. Understood this part? Same way, if I write like this, that is CH3, CH2 and CHO. Okay, so what will be the name of this? Is derived from what? So CH3, CH2, COOH, that is what? Propanoic acid. Which acid? Propanoic acid. So from propanoic acid, IC acid is removed. So what it will be? Propano. So IC acid is removed. Propanoaldehyde. Understood? And if I want to write for aldehyde, this will be what? Propane. Propane is being removed and Al, that is propanol. Now understood this part? So these are the 3 examples. Same way, another one is also there for buta, that is 4 carbon. So this way you can write down in your fair books. I will just rub this first part to explain the next one. That is, suppose if it is written like this, CH3, CH2, CH2 and CHO. So this is derived from which acid? CH3, CH2, CH2, COOH. So this is your butyric acid. Butyric acid. This is the acid found in butter. Butyrum, what we call it as. It will come later on when we explain which acid. Carboxylic acid. Understood? So here this was derived. This was derived. Derived from what? Butyric acid. So butyric acid, IC acid is removed. So what will be the name? Common name. What will be the common name? Common name will be butyraldehyde. Understood? And IUPAC name when we write, IUPAC name will be butane, from that E is removed and Al. Understood? So like this. So here you can see everywhere in common name we have added aldehyde by removing it, because it is derived from which acid? IC acid. So this was all about aldehyde's common name and IUPAC name. Now we will discuss about what we call it as ketones. Now we will discuss about ketones. So I will just rub this part and then we will discuss ketone. These all examples what we have done, you can write down in your fair book, so that it will be easy for you to understand this topic. Okay, so now next one for ketone. We are talking about now common name for ketone. Understood? So when we talk about common name for ketone, there are certain rules what we have to discuss. Now, what are the rules? So in this case, when we say, it is given in your textbook on page 359, it is given that common names of ketone are derived by naming. Common name are derived by naming two alkyl or aryl groups. Clear? It is what we call derived by naming two alkyls or aryl group bonded to carbonyl carbon. Carbonyl carbon, what it is? That is carboxyl carbon also. We have discussed carbonyl carbon. Understood this part? So alkyl or aryl group, two, the word is very important. Two alkyl or aryl group. Alkyl means R and aryl means arene, that is benzene ring. Based on that the naming is done. That is, now suppose when we say in that case, here if it is written, just a minute. Okay. Now if it is written like this, CH3CO CH3, actually it can also be written like this, CH3C double bond O and CH3, right? So these are the two methyl groups. Which are these groups? Methyl groups. Understood? So if I want to name, I can name it, that is dimethyl. What is the word? dimethyl, but here you can see two alkyl groups, means dimethyl, two alkyl, and then we use a prefix that is ketone in that. How we are using aldehyde in common names of aldehyde. Here what we are doing, we are writing ketone like this. Understood? So dimethyl ketone also is a name, or another name what we say, it is acetone. Now why it is acetone, what we say, because it is derived from acetic acid, what we say, if you remember. So here you can see here it is not derived, sorry. Here dimethyl ketone, acetone. Now acetone you must be knowing, it is also called, it is a nail polish remover. What it is? Actually nail polish remover. Now suppose if I want to give the IUPAC name, IUPAC name I will write it down together only, so it will be easy. This is your common name. Understood? Now if I want to give IUPAC name for this, then what we can do? Now here this is carbon, if you count here carbon, it is 1, 2 and 3. Always remember this in ketone the functional group will never be in the terminals, chheda par nahi. Okay, not in the terminals, but always be either in the second last space or in the middle somewhere, but it will be never in the terminals in ketone. Remember this part. This group what we say, functional group. So 1, 2, 3. So we can, what we can write, 3 means what? Propane. Now propane, and second position what we call ketone is there. So propane 2-ONE. Now in this case ONE is used as a suffix. Suffix for ketone functional group. For ketone functional group. Remember this thing. Okay. This is used as a suffix. What is the suffix? ONE. Ketone, what we say. So propane 2-ONE is the IUPAC name for this given compound. Now suppose instead of CH3 it is written CH2 and it is CH2 here, like this. Means this is what we say here in this case, CH3, CH2, it will be your ethyl group. Which group it will be? Ethyl. So we know we have to name these two alkyl groups. This is ethyl, methyl. So in this case, you have to remember the alphabetic order. Which order? Alphabetic order. Now when we talk about alphabetic order, E and M, in ABCD, when we say full ABCD, which comes first, E or M? E will come first. So the name of this compound will be ethyl methyl ketone. This is which name? Common name. Understood this part? Ethyl methyl ketone. Okay. Now suppose instead of this, if you want to write the IUPAC name, so always remember, try to give number in such a way, means either left to right or right to left, but in such a way that the functional group, what we say, the functional group get the least number. Means if I number from here 1, 2, it will be 3, but if I number from here it will be 1 and 2, means this is got the least number. Okay, so this is the method, and 3 and 4. So we know what it is, butane. So this is the common name, that is ethyl methyl ketone. So what will be the another name? That will be butane also you can write, or but 2-ONE also you can write. Butane 2-ONE. E I have removed and ONE I have added, or but 2-ONE also we can write for IUPAC name of this. Okay, so no problem for this, what we say here. Understood this part? Either butane you write or but also you can write. Understood? So this is which name? So this is IUPAC name. So this is one method, that is common name and IUPAC name, what we have seen. Okay. Now there is another method like Greek letter what we used in what? Aldehyde, alpha, beta and all. So here there is one different method is there for using this Greek letter that I am going to explain. Means what? Suppose if a group is given like this ketone, that is CH3, C, double bond O and CH3, like this I will write. Propane on what we have written. In this case, now this is your functional group carbon, and we have seen when we use the Greek letter alpha, beta and all, here this will be alpha, then this will be alpha dash, what we say. Understood? So this is the part. Now suppose if it is written CH3, CH2, C double bond O, CH2, CH3, like this it is written, the next functional group carbon. Next to functional group carbon are alpha. So if you give this alpha, this will be beta. Now next to that directly you cannot give the same that. Instead of that you give that alpha dash and beta dash. Okay. So this is one method for giving the Greek letters. What we say. Understood? So this is what we call it as. This is the name what we use for nomenclature, that is common name for ketone. So we use this Greek letter in alpha and alpha dash. But always remember, next to functional group carbon are alpha, and if two carbons are there, alpha, and this side it will be alpha dash. Okay. Now the next part for aldehydes. Okay. Now suppose there are more than one substituents are there, or like this. That is what, suppose if it is written like this, that is CH3 CO CH3, and here CH3 is written. Understood? So whenever this type of numbering naming is there, always remember this also you can write like this: CH3 CH, double bond O, here CH3, and here also CH3. So whenever you write the IUPAC, now I am talking about which name? Either IUPAC. First we discuss about which name? Common name, right? So either IUPAC or common. I am talking about the IUPAC name. When we write like this, suppose here it is written like this, the IUPAC name will be, whenever I number this, always remember the ketone carbon must get the least number. So from which side I will number it? I will number from here, 1, 2, 3. Either you give here 4 or here you give 4. Both will be same only. Okay. So in this case, this is the functional group, means it will come in the what you call parent name or principal, what we say. Functional group, what we say, this one. So chain, when we say, in this way you select the longest chain, this substituent is getting the least number. What we say, what main thing, first whenever you have to number it, the order, the order for numbering. Numbering means first functional group must come, and then what we say it as the substituent must come. Okay. So here in this case we have given preference whom, the importance to whom, the functional group first and then the substituent. So now suppose if I want to write the IUPAC name for this, I can easily write the name, that is what, this one will be 3-methyl, this you can write in uppercase, 3-methyl, and total how many carbon? 4. But, we can write here easily 3-methyl butane 2-ONE. 2 not, yes, 2 only. 2-ONE. So this is your which name? We can call this as a IUPAC name. Now same thing if I want to write the common name. Now this example, you can write down in your fair book. Whatever we have done till now, that all examples you write it down in your fair book. So now suppose this is IUPAC name. Now when we talk about common name, now what will be the common name for this one? You can either write methyl, and this one what we say here, this is the second last. Second last it is what we say here. So iso, what is the word? Methyl isopropyl ketone. Isopropyl ketone. Now ketone word we use for common name. Isopropyl means which is that part? Isopropyl, this is the part. This is the part what we call it as isopropyl. Understood? 3 carbon and isopropyl. This you can see in your 11 textbook. 11 textbook, part 2 textbook, you will come to know what is isopropyl group means. Understood this part? So here. So this is the name for this. Now another one more example I will give. Okay. Now suppose the structure is given like this: CH3, CH, CO, CH, CH3, and here CH3, and here also CH3 is given. Understood? So in this case, if you see here, in this case, if you see this one, okay, and this one are isopropyl group. Which group? Isopropyl. Understood? So whichever group is there next to the functional group of ketone, we write it as di-isopropyl ketone. What is the word? Di-isopropyl ketone. Now when I want to number it, I will always see that this CO, this is the functional group, what we say, must get the least number. So I'll start numbering from here, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So you will see at which positions, you will see at position number 2 and position number 3 is this CH3 group, right? So what will be the IUPAC name for this? The IUPAC name for this compound will be 2,4 dimethyl, 2,4 dimethyl, and total 5 are there. So what it will be? Pentane 3-ONE. Pentane 3-ONE is the name for this. Understood this part? Now suppose one another example, if I'll take here, you can see one another example, that is CH3, CH, CO, CH and CH3. Just a minute. CH3, CH. Here we will take Cl group, CO. Here CH2 we will take. Here CH2 and here again Cl. Understood? So in this case, when you see, there are two functional groups, 3 total. Sorry. This is what we call it as, this is your functional group that comes in parent's name, parent principal functional group, what we say. This is the substituent at 2 different positions, that is chlorine, what we say. Understood? So if I want to name this compound, I can write here, this one I can write, suppose next to functional group is, this is alpha, this is beta. In this case, this is alpha dash and this is beta dash. Understood? So this is the part what I explained for common name in ketone. So now suppose if I want to write for this, that is if I want to write the name alpha dash is there, so I can write here alpha, here it is at alpha dash. So alpha dash, then here the chlorine is at beta. So alpha dash beta dash dichloro. What is the word? Alpha dash beta dash dichloro. Then you can see at this position, this position, this is methyl. Just a minute. Okay, you can see here at this position, these are the 2 ethyl. Ethyl means 2 carbon groups. Ethyl, what I am talking about. Ethyl, right? So alpha dash beta dichloro, then diethyl, and then what I will write here, ketone. Understood? So this is for what we call it as the common name. Little bit it is difficult what we say, but it is easy to understand because in textbook also it is given. You can go through this, and when we see the table in our next video, I'll explain that it again only. Don't worry. Okay, see. So here this part understood, alpha dash beta dichloro and diethyl ketone. Now suppose if I want to write the IUPAC name, it is very simple for IUPAC name. I'll remove this now. Okay. Okay, and here I'll start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So you can see at the 2,4 dichloro. Now why I have written chloro first? Because chlorine, that is halogen functional group, always written in prefix. It is written in what? Prefix. That's why it is written first. So 2,4 dichloro, 5 carbons are there. So pentane, third position ketone is there, 3-ONE. This is the IUPAC name. So this part I think it is clear. This is the second example what we have discussed. Same way there are various examples for this, but I think this part will be clear to you too. Understood? So now if I want one more example, I can give one complex example so that this part also will be clear. Just a minute. Now suppose if it is written CH3, CH, here I will write Cl, then CO, that is the functional group, then C, Cl, here also Cl, and here CH3. Understood? So now suppose if I want to write this alpha and beta, you can easily make out this. If you see here, this one if I take it as alpha, this will be alpha dash because this is our functional group ketone. Okay, so next to both carbon are alpha and alpha dash, what we call. Understood? So if I want to write, then later on, if you see, these are your ethyl groups. 2 carbon means ethyl. So these 2 are your ethyl. So if I want to write the common name for this, what I want to write? The common name, right? So common name, when we say common name, will be total, this alpha is there, but on alpha dash 2 substituents. So alpha comma alpha dash trichloro, then diethyl and ketone is the name, common name what we can give. Understood? Now I have written alpha dash because on alpha dash carbon 2 substituents are there, that's why 2 times, and total 3 chlorines are there. If you see 3 chlorines, that's why trichloro what we say. Understood? Now suppose IUPAC name if I want to give. Which name? IUPAC. I will drop this part for IUPAC name. It is easy to remember IUPAC. I will give the numbers here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Means anyway you give the principal functional group, this one will get the 3 number only, whichever side you number. But in this case we got 2 more substituents. At the second position 2 substituents we got. So that's why we will use this one, that is from right to left what we call. Okay. So now suppose if I want to write the, 1 minute. If I want to write the IUPAC name, what will be the name? You can see what is the word here. 2, 2, 4. 2, means the 2 substituent. 4 trichloro, 5 carbons means pentane, 3-ONE. Okay, so this is your IUPAC name. This is what we call it as your common name. So these are the examples which were there, what we say. Okay, there are certain things in your textbooks also given, that also I will write down in our next video. Okay, and then exercise numericals also, exercise questions also based on nomenclature we will be doing it. Okay, so I will stop here. Next time we will continue in the next video, because this video will become otherwise very lengthy. Okay, so in the next video we will be discussing all the things. Most of the we have discussed everything from your textbook, but in the next we can see certain things are given as an example after the explanation of the nomenclature in your textbook. That one table is there, that is on page number 360, table 12.1, that I am going to discuss. Okay, and then exercise what you call IUPAC nomenclatures are there, that I am going to discuss in the next. Okay, so we will stop here. Next time we will be continuing with the remaining part. Okay, thank you very much.